Choosing college courses is a big step. It is one of the first times a young person gets to control their own learning path. This moment can be exciting, but it can also be very stressful. A big question comes up right away. Who should make these important decisions? Should it be the student who is about to live this new college life? Or should it be the parents who often have more life experience and are sometimes paying for the education? This is a common point of tension in many families. It is a challenge that happens right when a teenager is trying to become more independent. This tug-of-war over college classes is not a simple problem. There is no single right answer that works for everyone. For the student, this is a chance to explore who they are and what they love. They might see college as a time for discovery. For parents, college is often seen as a serious investment. They want to make sure their child makes smart choices that lead to a good job and a stable future. Both sides have good reasons for their feelings. The real difficulty is finding a way for both the teen's hopes and the parents' worries to be heard and respected. Think about it like learning to drive a car. The teenager is eager to get behind the wheel and choose their own destination. They want the freedom to explore new roads, even if they sometimes take a wrong turn. The parent, sitting in the passenger seat, remembers all the potential dangers on the road. They have a map and want to point out the quickest, safest route to a known destination. Both want to arrive safely, but they have very different ideas about the best way to make the journey. This is the core of the college course dilemma. The choices made during this time are very important. The classes a student takes in their first year can set the direction for their entire college experience. These early decisions can open doors to certain majors or close them off. They can affect a student's motivation and how much they enjoy learning. Because the stakes are high, the pressure can feel immense for both the student and their parents. Understanding where each person is coming from is the first step in handling this challenge without creating a big family fight. When teenagers look at a long list of college courses, they often think with their hearts. They are drawn to subjects that sound interesting and exciting. A class on ancient myths, digital photography, or the psychology of superheroes might catch their eye. They are looking for something that sparks their curiosity. This is not a bad thing. When a student is passionate about a subject, they are more likely to do the reading, participate in class, and enjoy their work. Passion is a powerful fuel for learning. It can make late-night study sessions feel less like a chore and more like an adventure. Friends also play a huge role in a teenager's choices. It is very common for a student to sign up for a class because their best friend is taking it. This is about more than just wanting to be with friends. Going to a big college can feel lonely and scary. Having a familiar face in a large lecture hall provides a sense of comfort and support. It creates a built-in study partner and someone to walk to class with. While this might not seem like a good academic reason, it meets a deep emotional need for connection and security in a new and overwhelming environment. Another big influence is what teens see on social media or in movies. They might be inspired by a character who is a cool forensic scientist or a world-traveling journalist. These images create an idea of what a certain career or field of study is like. They might choose a course in criminology because they watch a lot of true crime shows. This is their way of trying on a possible future identity. They are exploring different versions of who they could become. It is a process of discovery, driven by modern culture and personal interests, which may or may not match reality. However, this approach has its risks. A class that sounds fun might not be very useful for a future career. A major chosen because of a friend might not be a good fit for the student's own skills or interests. Sometimes, a student follows their passion into a field with very few job opportunities. This is the part that often worries parents. While the teenager is focused on the present moment and their immediate happiness, they might not be thinking 10 steps ahead. Their focus is on the now, and the later can feel very far away and abstract. Parents often look at the college course catalogue with a very different set of eyes. They are not just seeing class titles, they are seeing pathways to a career. Their main goal is usually to ensure their child's future security. They think about which majors lead to high-paying jobs and stable employment. This is why they often push for practical fields like engineering, computer science, business, or nursing. From their perspective, college is a very expensive and important investment, and they want to see a clear return on that investment in the form of a successful career for their child. This practical mindset comes from a place of love and concern. Parents have lived longer and have seen how hard it can be to find a good job. They have watched friends or family members struggle financially. They want to protect their own child from that kind of stress and uncertainty. So when they suggest a difficult math class over a film studies course, it is not because they want to crush their child's dreams. It is because they have a mental roadmap that connects that math class to a stable future, and they want their child to follow it. Sometimes, this guidance can feel like control. A parent might say, "You should major in business," or "You have to take these specific science classes." This can happen when parents are very worried or when they have a very specific dream for their child. For example, a parent who is a doctor might have always imagined their child following in their footsteps. This pressure, even when it comes from a good place, can cause a lot of conflict. The student may feel that their own interests and passions are being ignored, leading them to feel resentful and misunderstood. The risk of this parent-led approach is that the student can become disengaged. If a student is forced into a major they have no interest in, they may struggle to stay motivated. Their grades might suffer because they find the material boring or too difficult. In some cases, students do everything their parents want, only to graduate with a degree in a field they dislike. This can lead to unhappiness in their career or even the need to go back to school later in life to study something they truly love, which costs more time and money. So, what is the best way forward? Is it complete freedom for the teen or strict guidance from the parent? The most successful and happy students often have something in between, a balance of both. The ideal situation is one where the student feels in charge of their choices, but they have the loving support and practical advice of their parents. This approach is a partnership. The student is the driver, but the parent is the trusted navigator who can offer suggestions and point out potential roadblocks. This builds trust and keeps communication open. A great example of this balance is when a family works together. Imagine a student who loves art, but whose parents are worried about job prospects. Instead of fighting, they could explore majors that combine both worlds, like graphic design, industrial design, or architecture. They could also agree that the student can major in art history as long as they also take a minor in business or communications. This way, the student gets to follow their passion, and the parents feel reassured that practical skills are also being learned. It is a compromise that respects everyone. Ultimately, for a student to succeed and graduate, they need to feel a sense of ownership over their education. They are the ones who have to attend the classes, do the homework, and take the exams. If they feel that their college path was chosen for them instead of by them, their motivation can quickly fade, especially when things get tough. Allowing them to make their own choices, even small ones, helps them build confidence and resilience. It teaches them how to make decisions and live with the consequences, which is a critical life skill. The happiest and most successful graduates are often those who found a way to blend what they love with what is practical. The best outcome is not about a teen winning an argument or a parent getting their way. It is about the family working as a team. The student brings their passion and curiosity, and the parents bring their wisdom and long-term perspective. By listening to each other and working together, they can map out a college journey that leads not only to a degree and a good job, but also to a genuine sense of fulfillment and happiness for the student.